Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope for February 2025. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. My horoscopes are based on the UK time zone, and please watch them in this order. For your rising sign or your ascendant first, then for your sun sign, and finally for your moon sign. So what I'm going to do in this horoscope is I'm going to break February down into 4 weeks, and I'm going to pay particular attention to what the moon is doing, how it moves through your chart, and how it influences you in what areas of your life and on what days. So before I look at each week, February is a wonderful month for stargazers because we have something called a planetary parade going on at the moment. 6 of the planets in our solar system have lined up, and by the end of February, Mercury, the communication planet, joins those 6 planets so that we have 7 planets in a straight line. And the whole notion around astrology is this thought that as above, so below, whatever is happening up in the sky influences us down here on planet Earth. So the fact that we have a planetary parade is really a cause to celebrate, because it makes it much easier for you to identify what your long-term goals and dreams are. And it also shows you that the way to get there is much more straightforward and far less complex than you may have assumed. So it allows you to get a clearer understanding of what you want to get out of life and what action steps you can take to get there. So starting with week 1, Saturday the 1st until Sunday the 9th of February, so the first 9 days of the month. On the 1st of February, the moon was in Pisces in your second house of money. So that was a good day to get a sense of where you're at financially, but it may have been a day where you may have been overly generous and where you may have thought, oh, I don't need this as much as another person. So even though this puts me in a bind, I'm going to help this other person out financially. On the 2nd and 3rd of February, the moon goes into Aries and it joins Chiron, which is an asteroid known as the Wounded Healer, also in Aries, in that 3rd house of communication. These 2 days are great for you to express anything that you want to articulate. So if you're an Aquarius who's creative, you're able to produce really good work. You're also able to express your feelings in a very powerful way. So if you've had a difficult experience in the past, or if there are difficult feelings that you're carrying around with you, working to get that out of you through writing or painting or pottery or design, you'll be able to produce work that you're very, very happy with, and that allows you almost to detox from those feelings. Also, if there's something that needs a do-over, where you've communicated something in a way where you weren't happy, so let's say a personal relationship that you've got, or you did a public presentation and it didn't go in a way that left you feeling very satisfied, the 2nd and 3rd are good days to revisit that kind of thing and to present yourself as the way you would like, and to get the point out there in a way that you are happy with. On the 4th of February as well, we have Venus, the planet of love and beauty and creativity. That ingresses into Aries and it goes into your 3rd house of communication as well. So from the 4th of February, any Aquarius who works creatively is supported from the 4th until the end of the month. But also, it means that anything that causes you pain in your everyday life, if you're carrying around trauma or there's unresolved pain from something that has happened, doing things like therapy, EMDR counseling, talking to a psychologist or someone who is designed to help you kind of reframe or to recontextualize things that have happened to you. From the 4th until the end of the month, you'll really be able to do a lot of good work in that area that frees you up on an intellectual, emotional level and allows you to detox that poison. And it's kind of like the star in the tarot. You're able to get those things off your chest and leave them in the past. On the 4th of February as well, Jupiter, the lucky planet, that goes direct until the 11th of November 2025. And when a planet is retrograde, the energy is expressed inwardly. When it's direct, the energy is expressed outwardly. And Jupiter is good luck and good fortune, and it sits next to your transiting ascendant in your 5th house of love and romance. So from the 4th of Feb, it's really good for you in terms of deciphering what is it that I love to do work-wise, or if you're a student or retired, you really know what it is you love to study or what you love to work on or towards. But it's also great for you in terms of who do I love and what is it that I want out of my relationships. So if you're an Aquarius who's single and who doesn't want to be, from the 4th of February, things get much better for you in the area of love and romance. But also Jupiter sits in that 5th house for you until July. So the next 6 months are going to be really great for you in terms of your love life. What also happens then on the 7th and 8th is that the moon joins Jupiter and the transiting ascendant in that 5th house of love and romance. So you may see something positive happen straight away. So if you set a goal here at the beginning of February and you say, do you know what, I'm single and I'd like to be in a relationship, and you start to put yourself out there by joining groups, or you get into online dating, or I don't know, you do speed dating, or you ask your friends to introduce you to someone, you may even accomplish that very, very quickly on the 7th or 8th of February. And then on the 9th of February, the moon moves into Cancer, and it stays in Cancer also on the 10th of February, moving into week 2. But the moon going into Cancer on the 9th and 10th, in your 6th house, it joins Mars in Cancer and Hades in Cancer. And the 6th house is your daily routine, it's the structures of your life, and it's your physical health and the structures of your physical body as well. So it can be the sector of the chart that's associated with health. So if there's anything in your life where you're not taking good care of yourself, either health-wise or in what you expect from yourself, as in, of course I should be able to work 80-hour weeks. You know, who do I think I am thinking that I need rest and self-care? These 2 days, you're able to make improvements to the way you eat, so to embrace and adopt a healthier diet, and also to make changes to your daily or weekly routine that gives you an actual chance of not burning out. So if you felt that things have got a little extreme in those areas, you're able to bring common sense back into that area of your life, and you're able to perfect it and make improvements. Also, for the entirety of February, we've got Mercury, the communication planet, and Venus, the planet of love and beauty and creativity. They're direct all month. So I expect very few issues when it comes to communication or transportation, and also don't expect any obstacles when it comes to romantic relationships, starting new relationships, but also starting new things like businesses or your own company. So in this first 9 days of February, the moon started in your 2nd house of money, and it ended up in your 6th house of your health and your and the routine structures of your life. So that is houses 2 and 3 and the 2nd quadrant, which is houses 4, 5, and 6. And that's pretty much the bottom of your chart. So the first 9 days are about looking at what makes you feel grounded and rooted in life, what's important to you, how you can make improvements so that you feel more structured and solid and at home in your own body, and what you can bring into your life, both in terms of love and relationship as well as work and what you're working towards, so that you feel like your everyday activities have real meaning and are building something solid and reliable for yourself in future. Week 2, Monday to Sunday, the 10th to the 16th of February, Moon is still in Cancer on the 10th, so another day for good self-care. Then on the 11th and 12th, the moon moves into Leo and it goes into your 7th house of relationships. And at the same time, we've got Uranus, the miraculous and unexpected, in your 4th house of family relationships, or the relationships that are most important to you. So these 2 days are great to go on dates and to meet new people and to find who it is you're looking for if you're single, particularly on the 12th of February when we have a full moon in Leo. That's when this energy is strongest. On the 13th, 14th, and 15th, the moon then moves into Virgo and it goes into your 8th house of institutions and authorities. Virgo is a sign that's ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules 2 signs, Virgo and Gemini. And when it's in Virgo, the switch is on the inward position, and it's very interested in learning and getting up to date on what all the details are and perfecting information. And in that 8th house, on the 13th, 14th, and 15th of February, any paperwork that needs doing, any bureaucracy or officialdom that you need to deal with, so whether it's taxes or applying for visas or getting the books balanced, focus on that over this 3-day period. You're going to make a lot of progress. You'll find it quite easy. And there's also very little room for you to make any errors in that area of your life. On the 14th of February, Mercury, the ruler of Virgo, that ingresses into Pisces, and it goes into your 2nd house of money and belongings and structures and securities. And again, we still have Saturn in there. We have Neptune in there. And we have the North Node in Pisces. So this is unique to you as an Aquarius. What you'll notice from the 14th of February onwards is that you start to get a sense of what is the big picture here as far as my finances and my work and my belongings. What is the end goal with all of that? What would I like to create for myself? Do I have a dream of owning my own property one day? Do I want to have £1 million or dollars in the bank? What is it that really is the dream? And what am I doing in reality in order to get there? And if the current job doesn't match or isn't conducive to you accomplishing those dreams, from the 14th of February, you're going to start to think around making changes in your work so that you're getting more out of it and that you can actually get towards those goals, to either move closer towards those things or to accomplish them straight away. And it's not about winning the lottery or banking on some sort of inheritance. It's about how can I use my activity to generate real financial security and abundance and prosperity for myself. And if anything, what needs tweaking and what needs changing. Then on the 16th of February, as well as moving into week 3, the 17th of February, the moon moves into Libra and it goes into your 9th house of travel, education, and the higher realms. So if you can, this is a good 2-day period to travel and to feel inspired and motivated by what you explore and what you discover. You may also find that there's a great sense of curiosity and that you become fascinated with a subject you know very little about. It's a good 2-day period to study that and to really learn as much as you can. But also, if you have a desire to have some sort of spiritual breakthrough or to connect to the higher realms, Libra is like a bridge with a bump in it. And you're able to bridge the gap between this reality and the higher realms. And if you're looking to have some sort of spiritual connection or to create a relationship with the higher realms that feels really personal, the 16th and 17th are the days to look into that and to make major progress in those areas. Particularly on the 16th, when Venus is going to be at its brightest, It's almost going to feel like this planet of love and beauty is supporting me in broadening my horizons and giving me a greater sense that anything is possible in my life. And whatever I set my mind to, or whatever I allow myself to dream, can become real. So for you, Aquarius, February is a month where you kind of reconnect with this innocence of youth that says anything is possible, but you're matching that up with the experience of your life so far and what you've accomplished already, and how you can take things to the next level so that you're really satisfied with what you're doing. So in week 2, the moon starts on the 10th in your 6th house, and it ends up on the 16th in the 9th house. So that's house 6 and the 3rd quadrant. So at the beginning of this second week, it's about getting the structures of your life in order. And then it's about getting the structures of your public life in order. So doing all the tax returns and the paperwork, and looking at what you want to learn next and what you want to explore. Week 3, Monday to Sunday, the 17th to 23rd of February, moon is still in Libra on the 17th, but then on the 18th, 19th, and 20th, the moon goes into Scorpio in your 10th house of career. And again, for you, this is going to be a moment where you really understand whether your current job is what you want to be doing or not. Scorpio is a water sign that's really about diving beyond the surface of things and getting to the root cause of the matter. And next to it are Vesta, which is the hearth and the home, and Juno, which is joy. And both of those are sitting next to the moon in your 10th house of career. So if you're a student or retired, you'll realize during this 3-day period, is what I'm studying actually what I want to graduate in and then want to do in future? If you're retired, is what I'm working towards or what I'm working on, is that something that has meaning, or am I just kind of doing it to keep myself occupied? Is there something else that would be more meaningful to me? But if you are working and you haven't been clear about, is this the job that I care about? Is this the job that's going to enable me to accomplish my hopes and dreams? You'll get a very clear answer during this 3-day period, and really trust the message and the response that you get from your own inner voice. On the 18th of February, the sun goes into Pisces. So watch out for being overly generous when it comes to finances, because you're so focused on kind of what you've got planned for the future and what's really meaningful to you in work. You may be a little lackadaisical when it comes to money and the actual value of money, and just giving it away without any kind of realistic view on how much you're going to need this month to pay the bills. There may be this assumption that I can manifest whatever it is I need. So make sure that you apply common sense, and that if you have a desire to be charitable or to lend money, that it's done in a way where your contribution actually makes a positive impact, or you're likely to get your money back. The moon goes into Sagittarius on the 21st and 22nd, and that goes into your 11th house of hopes and dreams. Juno also leaves the 10th house and jumps over into your 11th. So the real hopes and dreams for the future are now going to be crystal clear, and they're going to make themselves very, very apparent to you. It's also a good day to experience something positive in your romantic life, and you don't really need to do anything. It kind of comes to you. So either expect something positive to come into your life, as in, now I'm 100% certain that this is a dream that I want to pursue, and this is something that has meaning to me and will do in future. Or the person that I've been dreaming of and longing for, and I may have been aware of that or not, that person now comes into my life. So the 21st and 22nd look like really lucky, positive days for you. And then on the 23rd, the moon goes into Capricorn, and also it stays in Capricorn on the 24th and 25th in week 4. But here on the 23rd, it goes into your 12th house of spirituality. And it's interesting because you're again going to take it upon yourself to do the work in order to have some sort of connection with something bigger. So if you're an atheist or an agnostic, it may suddenly become very important for you to discover more about spirituality and what it all means and what the bigger picture is. On the 23rd of February as well, we have Mars, the planet of masculinity and drive. That goes direct for the rest of the year, and it's been in retrograde a long time, from the 6th of December last year until now, the 23rd of February. It stays direct, and it's in your 6th house of daily routine, physical health, and your own body. So it means that you're able to implement things which are going to improve your own physical health. So if you struggle with diet or exercise or certain behaviors that have a negative impact on your health, it's not just here in February, Aquarius, but it's the entire year that allows you to improve your diet, to start exercising in ways which build your body in the way that you want it to build. So you're really able to take charge of any negative patterns or behaviors, to let those go and to be consistent with the more positive alternatives that you choose moving forward. So in the 3rd week, the moon starts in your 9th house and it ends in the 12th house. So that's the 9th house and the 4th quadrant, houses 10, 11, 12. And what you're able to do is transcend your existing self through learning and through reaching out or opening up to spirituality, to the higher realms, and you receive information that allows you to do things differently moving forward. So that's a really spiritual week for you here. Finally, week 4, Monday to Friday, the 24th to the 28th of February. The moon's still in Capricorn on the 24th and 25th. Then on the 26th, it goes into your sign of Aquarius, and it sits in your 1st house of self. And this is the day where really, when it comes to work, you understand what changes need to be made so that you can move towards realizing your hopes and dreams in earnest. And then the moon goes into Pisces on the 27th and 28th, and it goes into your 2nd house of money. So again, on the one hand, it's helpful in giving you the ideas that will allow you to manifest the wealth and abundance that you're looking to create. But on the downside, look out for being, again, a little careless or reckless when it comes to spending. That particularly goes for the 27th of February, when we have a new moon in Pisces, and you may feel that, oh, I can give as much as I want, I'll be able to manifest more in future. Again, apply common sense to that. On the 1st of March, Venus, the planet of love and beauty and creativity, that goes retrograde until the 12th of April. So when Venus is direct, it's good for starting new relationships and new work circumstances, new businesses, starting new companies, right? Make sure you do all of that here in February, because March until the middle of April, those things really slow down and become more complicated. So Aquarius, I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with in February. I hope you have a fabulous month. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via the website, gregoryscott.com. To draw up your birth chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, I can use sunrise. But what's even better is a process called chart rectification. That's where you send me 10 or more significant life events, and I'm able to work out your time of birth, which makes your chart much more accurate, particularly the ascendant and the house placements. once I have your chart in front of me, I can really see everything about you. It's like a blueprint of your soul, your vocational aptitudes, your life purpose, what's destined in relationships and public life and finances and hopes and dreams and spirituality. So if you have any questions around that, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. To look at what's coming up in future, I look at your progress chart and your transits. And if it's around your birthday, I also draw up a solar return chart that shows me what the trends are from your birthday this year until your birthday next year. And also if there's anything around location or moving, I look at the astrocartography, which shows me which certain areas of the world are going to influence you in a positive way and which ones are not going to influence you in a positive way. So if you have any questions around moving or locations, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please, so the videos show up in searches. Subscribe for more videos and share the video with anyone who you think may benefit from this information or may find it interesting. Have a wonderful February, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.